The AI bubble is already inside your retirement account, and almost nobody is talking about it. Right now, 3 of the most powerful companies on Earth are passing money around in a circle. Nvidia is putting up to $100 billion into OpenAI. OpenAI is paying Oracle hundreds of billions to build data centers, and Oracle is filling those data centers with Nvidia's chips. Round and round and round. And if that circle ever stops spinning, your retirement account is going to feel it. So, is AI a bubble? Here's the honest answer up front. The technology is real. The profits, at least at the very top, are real too. But the money around it has started behaving almost exactly the way money behaved in 1999. And here's the part almost everyone gets wrong. A bubble does not mean the thing is fake. Some of the biggest bubbles in history happened to technologies that genuinely changed the world. The most important company of the year 2000. Not Amazon, not Google. Google barely existed. A company most people under 30 have never thought about. Cisco. March 2000. The internet is obviously the future. Everyone can see it. And Cisco makes the plumbing. Routers, switches, the boring boxes that move the internet around. The picks and shovels of the gold rush. So investors did some very simple math. The internet grows. Cisco wins. Can't lose. And for one moment in March 2000, Cisco became the most valuable company on the planet, worth roughly $500 billion. Investors were paying about 200 times its yearly profit. 200 years of earnings paid up front. Then the music stopped. Over the next 2.5 years, the Nasdaq fell 78%. Cisco lost close to 90% of its value. But here's the twist. The part that should genuinely rearrange how you think about money. The investors weren't wrong about the internet. It really did take over the world. You're using it right now to watch a cartoon dog explain economics. The internet won, and Cisco's early investors still lost for decades. Because a bubble was never about whether the technology is real. It's about the price. A bubble is what happens when the price of a real thing runs so far ahead of what it actually earns that even good news can't catch up. Keep that sentence. We're going to need it. Fast forward to right now. The 5 biggest tech companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, Oracle, are on track to spend roughly $800 billion this year building AI data centers. 2 years ago, that number was about 260. It has roughly tripled in 2 years. For scale, that is more in 1 year than the entire Apollo moon program cost, adjusted for inflation, across a decade. Now, who's the Cisco of this story? Nvidia. Picks and shovels again. Chips instead of routers. Right now, the most valuable company on Earth, worth more than $5 trillion. But look closer at where that demand comes from. Remember the circle? Microsoft put $13 billion into OpenAI, and OpenAI turned around and spent $17 billion on Microsoft's cloud. Nvidia pledges up to $100 billion to OpenAI. OpenAI pays Oracle for data centers stuffed with Nvidia chips. Analysts who map this web of deals put it north of $800 billion. And when the same dollars keep buying the same things from the same friends in a loop, demand starts to look a little manufactured. And at the very center of the circle sits a company that loses money at a pace nobody has ever seen before. Last year, OpenAI brought in about $13 billion, and its actual business lost almost $21 billion running it. It spent far more than it made. Now, that's not a scandal. That's the plan. Spin now, dominate later. Amazon ran that exact play and won. But Amazon never needed $1 trillion of other people's infrastructure to do it. Meanwhile, out in the real economy, an MIT research group went looking at how all this AI is actually landing inside companies. They reviewed over 300 corporate AI projects. Their finding? Preliminary, one report, but it went off like a bomb, was that 95% showed no measurable return. The tools demo like magic and land like software. So hold both of these at once. On one side, Nvidia earns more than $50 billion of real profit in a single quarter. Pets.com never earned a dime. This is not 1999's cast of clowns. On the other side, circular money, a cash furnace at the center, and customers who mostly aren't making money from the product yet. That is why the smartest people on Wall Street are screaming at each other. Both sides are reading true facts. They're just betting on different endings. Now, here's the part that makes this your problem, even if you've never bought a share of anything in your life. The 10 biggest stocks, most of them AI stories, now make up about 35% of the S&P 500. At the peak of the dot-com bubble, that number was 25. So if you have a 401k, an index fund, a retirement account you never look at, you already own this boom. Roughly a third of that money is riding on 10 companies, whether you chose that or not. Remember the circle from the beginning? You're standing inside it. And nobody rings a bell at the top. Cisco's investors didn't get a warning. They got a Tuesday. So what do you actually do with this? 3 things, none of them dramatic. 1. Know what you own. Open the account. Look. 5 minutes. 2. Carry the Cisco lesson with you, because it's the whole video in one line. The technology is real, and the price is wrong can both be true at the same time. And 3. The boring truth that survives every bubble. The people who got wrecked in 2000 weren't the ones who owned some tech. They were the ones who owned only tech. The internet changed the world. It just didn't care what anyone paid for the ticket. AI will probably change the world too. Same fine print. And no, this isn't financial advice. I'm a narrator with a cartoon dog. We are legally nothing. So now you can see the circle, but it raises the bigger question. If a third of your index fund is riding on 10 stocks, how do index funds actually work? And are they still the safest thing you can own? I walk through exactly that in this one, right here. See you there. And subscribe so the next one finds you.